Let's get prepared together.
Be prepared.
Hello again, Redlands Stake. This month's emergency prep video covers a few subjects. We'll cover some skills or know-how, meaning things to do after an emergency, as well as some important add-ons and clarifications to 2 of our prior videos. So here we go. We're going to cover a few prepper skills or know-how you may need to use during an emergency. First is when and how to turn off utilities, which are gas, water, and electricity. The first step is to know where your utilities are ahead of time. In our area, gas meters look like this. Water has a few places that can be turned off, and electrical panels look like this. So first let's talk about gas. You only have to turn gas lines off if you smell gas. If you don't smell gas, don't turn it off. It is difficult to turn back on. The gas company usually has to come out and do it. You don't want to turn gas back on without turning or lighting all your pilot lights. If you turn it back on without lighting the pilot lights, the gas will run and you will smell the gas, which is of course dangerous, and you'll need to re-shut down the line. Also, in times when you do smell gas, you'll want to open windows and evacuate until the smell of gas is gone. One important thing to know about gas lines is the position of the indicator line. In the open or on position, the indicator line is in the direction of the flow. To turn gas off, you turn it 90 degrees to the closed or off position. At this point, the indicator line is in a blocking the flow position. So it is easy to determine whether or not the gas line is turned on by looking at the indicator line to see if it is in a flow or blocking position. Some homes may have a red handle. Again, when the handle lines up to the pipe, the gas is on. You can use a wrench as you see here, or there are special tools for it. There's a link for these tools, but a wrench works just fine. Unlike a gas line, water is easy to turn back on. If you have a water leak, turn off the main water line. There are usually 2 locations to turn it off. You can turn it off close to your home, as you see here with the circular handle, or out closer to the street. If you take the cover off like this, watch out for spiders. In this example, you just turn the handle 90 degrees, and you may want to use a gardening or other type of glove. There are different systems out there, but this is pretty common in our area. Like water, electricity is also easy to turn back on. If you find sparking or broken wiring, turn it off. You only have to turn on and off the main breaker. Turning off utilities is simple, but you should know where they are and learn how to do it ahead of time. Ask someone who would know how and have them show you on your house. Besides shutting off utilities, what other skills should you know? Emergency cooking. Learn to use your emergency cooking equipment and make sure you store proper fuels. We covered this in our fire building and grid down cooking video. How to set up tent and shelter. If you have one, practice. Each tent is different. How to regain entry into a damaged building. Use the buddy system. Use walkie-talkies. Forcible entry tools for gaining access. Things like sledgehammer, picks, axe, etc. Realize that corners of buildings are more stable than long stretches of wall. Wear protective headgear. Hard hat, motorcycle helmet, sports helmet. How many of you have ever used a fire extinguisher? To operate a fire extinguisher, remember the word pass, which is for pull the pin, aim low, point the extinguisher at the base of the fire, squeeze the lever slowly and evenly, sweep the nozzle from side to side. Next, for some updates. In our communications video, we had a downloadable handout with various contacts, including an emergency alert station. You can see here it is 95.1 KFrog. However, you can also sign up with Riverside and San Bernardino counties for something called TINS, or telephone emergency notification system. More about TINS in a minute. The links are in the email. The San Bernardino County link takes you to sbcfire.org. Here it talks about TINS. You can also download a preparedness app and sign up for weather warnings all on the same page. So what is TINS? In an effort to quickly communicate information on impending dangers, the San Bernardino County Sheriff and Fire Departments send high-speed mass notifications via telephone and text messages. This system is known as the Telephone Emergency Notification System, or TENS. If you don't sign up, then all you get is the existing landline system. By signing up for TENS, the alerts will go to your phone via text. How many people even have landlines anymore? If you're interested, there's also a preparedness app, the San Bernardino Ready app, on the same page. It has 5-step family emergency plan creation wizard, important news and timely alerts from your county, live information on evacuation routes and shelters, 1-button status sharing, library of emergency preparedness e-guides. Lastly, on this page, there's a weather and incident warning system. Weather isn't much of an issue in Southern California unless you live in the mountains, and some of us do. Next, we have an important update to our water purification video. In it, we covered using calcium hypochlorite or pool shock to purify water instead of bleach. We provided a link to the Provident Preppers website for their article with a chart for how much to use. They, the Provident Preppers, have put out an update to this article. They explain that pool shock has additional inert ingredients that take up a lot of space in the product. So, to get the right amount of active ingredient, you have to use more. We're not going to detail it here. I'm just going to give you a link to their 12-minute video. If you're going to use calcium hypochlorite, you need to watch this video. So that's it for this month's video. Sign up for the alerts, watch the calcium hypochlorite update video, and find your utility shutoffs and prepare to be able to turn them off if needed. Thanks for watching.
Okay, everybody, get ready.
Emergency prep, you can do this.